Doc, we need the countdown.
I think we're.
Aren't we? Yeah. Why are your mics now mute?
I think they mute our mics on the countdown.
Hey, y'all, welcome. It's Independent Artist Tuesday. We're at November 14th, 2023. Can you believe we're in November? And we have a band with the name November in there. That's why I waited till November to have you guys on. Anyway, I'm Sue Bloom. The show tonight is sponsored by Firebird Sound LLC. And tonight I have Dylan, John, and Tom. Guys, it's so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Meet you.
We also have a live chat. Yeah, we have a live chat. So if anybody wants to, make a comment, say hello. Go ahead and so we're having some technical difficulties. So if you see some of us come in and out and like I suck totally when I talk, we're having some problems with the Wi-Fi. So we're going to do the show anyway, whether the shit works or not. Started in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm in Pennsylvania. And so here's the first question. I want to know how well you know Pennsylvania.
Oh,
I'm from the town where the Little League World Series started.
Oh.
Okay. Did I stump the panel?
No. Little League World Series started.
Little League World Series. Did you guys play?
I did. They have it in Cooperstown, right? Or
that's New York,
okay,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's New York.
I'm in Williamsport.
Yes.
Oh, we have a good buddy from Williamsport.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad at us
I'm
for that.
in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. You do?
Yeah, one of our guitarists down here in Nashville.
You should. Of the three of you, who are actually from Pittsburgh?
Lost that one.
Who's from Pittsburgh? Out of all of us, who's from Pittsburgh? Was that the question?
That's a very
good. Out of all of you, who's from? Is originally from Pittsburgh.
All three of us.
Yeah.
Or I guess two. Sorry, Tom is not. But
Tom was Pittsburgh when what?
I got nothing from you guys.
9th grade, 10th grade.
We have 4 original Pittsburghers. And
Dylan, are you from Pittsburgh?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
As am I, in case.
Okay. Great. So now I was reading through your bio, and it mentioned that y'all started playing backyard barbecues, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you were playing back then, did you all do like cover material then?
Yeah.
Exclusively. Yeah.
Or were you doing original music?
It depended. Sometimes we mixed in some original.
You were doing original?
People wanted to hear. It sometimes, but it was very rare.
Maybe I should write it down. And now y'all are in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Okay. So there's a really long delay
Yeah.
Okay.
between what I say and what you hear.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Catching that.
I'm live on the air. Hang on, guys. We're trying something.
All good.
Hey, Ellen froze. Ellen froze. Oh, there I am. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Okay. Is that any better?
It sounds better.
We'll find out.
No?
We'll find out.
Yes. Can you make out a freaking thing I'm saying? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
If
rolling.
you can hear me. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. How did you come up with the name November Blue? There's got to be a story there.
Behind the name. Yeah. When Dylan and I met in high school, we were both big Avett Brothers fans. And we had a million names, but we always covered a lot of Avett Brothers songs. So one night we chose November Blue, and we've kind of stuck with it ever since.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
And we lost Sue.
I'm here, guys, if you need me. So
Thanks, Doc.
Howdy.
I listen. I apologize for what's going on tonight. I don't understand it. Sue, I
It's something with the weather. It must be. It's getting colder out there. Slowing down the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Right. Go ahead, Sue.
Are we getting
can.
any better?
Definitely a little bit, yeah.
Sue, what I want you to do when you say
Okay.
what I say,
Tom,
when you say,
how's that for you?
Sue, when you say a question, if you can hear me, type it in the chat so they can read that as well.
It's a good idea.
Very good idea.
Great idea, right? So you guys can hear, you
Type
can
that
hear it, and you can also see it.
Love that.
in the chat.
That's high IQ thinking, Doc. I dig it.
So they're paying the big bucks, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, big bucks. Well, you guys are getting the big bucks too, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Here and there. Yeah.
So the chat should pop up on the right.
Go ahead.
Right,
Anybody
should be-
talk?
All right. So yeah. So well, here's the
Sing.
thing, guys.
Do some three-part harmony because I suck at typing.
Start typing. Remember, we're also live on the radio, guys. So you don't want airtime to be silent.
For sure.
Of course.
So
Sure.
tell us some
Yeah, we
stories
are.
while we're waiting to what she's opening it in the chat.
Oh, I got a story. John probably won't like this story, but he secretly loves this story. But kind of going off the basis of us from being from Pittsburgh, we all went to college together. Majority of us, the 4 out of 6 of us went to the same college, Duquesne University, and kind of as we were a band, Tom and I kind of started November Blue, and then John was in another band, and we all actually did Battle of the Bands against each other, and we ended up winning. November Blue did, and John's band came in second, and then we kind of merged bands
Yeah.
after that. So it's kind of a fun little background story on us.
Now I know you answered this before, but I don't think she heard you. So could you please answer this question
There's
again?
a question.
Yeah.
How did
Yep.
you come up with the name?
Yeah. So we're November Blue because when Dylan and I met, we were just
Hear me?
teenagers.
I mean, this is like you.
We listen to a lot of folk music. One of our favorite shared bands was the Avett Brothers, and one of their songs that we really loved was November Blue. Honestly, we never covered it. I don't know why we chose November Blue, but it kind of rolled off the tongue.
Yeah, I
We
think it was
did it
easy.
one night and we've stuck with it ever since.
Easy to remember. Yeah, we stuck, but barely. We tried to change the name
Barely.
for like a whole year. We would meet like once a week and have
Yeah.
these discussions about like Hazy Jane and Whiskey Flower. I was just talking to Dylan about this. We could have been like John Dylan Thomas, and then people would think we're one person, but it'd be just all three of our names.
True.
I don't mind.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? I know. I'm like, dang, that would
There
have
you
been kind of
go.
cool.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah.
My dad always joked that
Yeah.
you guys should have been called Dylan Thomas, like the
That's-
poet.
That's really
We-
cool how you came up with the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we
That's
talked about.
original.
I think we tried to read through some Dylan Thomas
Let's see.
poetry to find a name for the band before, but we never settled on anything
Yeah.
Yeah.
related to our names.
I don't think I've ever read any of his poetry. I just know the Bob Dylan
Yeah.
story.
That was the only time I ever read his poetry.
I'm sure it's amazing if he's watching.
Yeah.
Or his descendants.
I'm
Yeah, I think his
perplexed
descendants.
because during this story that you were telling, I had no audio.
I think she
Oh.
said she's perplexed.
I
Yeah.
heard
How
that.
do we need to
Okay.
do?
This is going to be a tough interview, guys. It
Oh
really
yeah.
is.
You must
Hey,
be
we can
muted.
talk
Okay.
about whatever
You
you
guys can
Yeah, I'm sitting at a piano. I can make us a little background music.
want.
Are you in a studio, John? Are you in your studio?
I'm
Oh
in a
yeah,
studio.
please play.
I'm in a studio, not our studio. There's so my girlfriend she kind of runs this studio around town and is having an open jam tomorrow night. So I'm helping set it up. Yeah, both you guys, if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow.
Oh, we're coming. Don't you worry.
Oh
I'm
yeah. So it should be fun.
Well, go if you
yeah,
have a
this is-
keyboard there, go ahead. Go ahead and play us a song.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
John, give us a verse or something, baby. Come on.
I've been practicing this.
Oh yeah.
Keyboard there, go ahead and play us something.
Ooh, that's tough.
Nice. Great
Thank
job,
you.
John.
Thank you very much. Hey,
Is that
I'm
Ray
here
Charles?
all night.
Yay,
tough.
it's beautiful. I'm sending money. Look, I'm throwing money at you. Tom, you have a guitar. What do you have up your sleeve?
Oh, that
Play
guitar,
for us.
John.
Nothing like
No,
being
no,
put on the
talking about-
spot, huh?
Talking about you,
What's
Tom.
that? Oh, we're
Fine.
talking about me.
Yeah, your guitar.
Oh,
Yeah, Tom.
I was trying to
guitar.
write right before we got on
Dylan,
this
what do
interview.
you have? You got like a couple amps or something like that.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of Funko Pops back there.
Big collector.
Big collector.
What's your best Funko Pop, Don?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a good question. I
Who
have
knows
Star
freaking
Wars
sign
one.
language?
I don't know if that would help either.
I have a couple bottles of whiskey back there too. But
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
I actually do have a question for you.
Okay.
How do y'all write songs?
Ooh,
Who's
so
like
close.
the who comes up? Is there like a main person that comes up that it's like, okay, I came up with this riff, let's work on that, et cetera, or is it a collective thing that y'all do?
Yeah, you're talking to all three of them.
Yeah.
The three of us kind of all sit by our lonesome and write songs. We bring them to each other and help kind of finish them out. But we're super collaborative amongst the three of us. So
Oh, yeah.
we're a super harmony based band. So usually we'll try to write something catchy, bring it to the other guys, throw some harmonies on it, and then we toss it to the other three and try to make a full sound with it. But
Yeah.
out of the 6 members of the band, at least 5 of us are songwriters.
Yeah.
I think all 6 of us now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
true.
I-
Writing
Yeah.
a lot.
writing
Oh, yeah.
too.
But yeah, I mean, but to your point, it's a good question. We're all kind of, I think we all have completely
You
different
guys
styles
are
of. I'm afraid to like talk, and then
No, you're good. You're good.
I guess we can keep going.
Talk about it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I
yeah,
feel like I don't even have a style
it's
to
all
write in.
breaking. It's all breaking up.
Yeah,
Mm.
dang. Well, I'm just gonna
This
keep
has
talking
never happened in a year.
then. Oh man, too many wires are getting crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel
You
like I
know,
have a style or a formula to how I write. I don't know about you two.
it's a show. This is what we do, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Amen.
roll with the punches.
No,
Okay,
I
what
think
about you, Dylan?
I'd never try to. I would say that, like, I always try to aim to at least write a catchy song. I mean, that usually, like, I think just it comes somewhat, like genuinely because like I'm always like melody based. So usually I'll hear like something in my head or like sing something out loud, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta grab a guitar real quick, open my voice memos app, and then just kind of sing with it. And then I'll force myself to like sing 2.5, 3 minutes of that song that I just made up on the spot. So at least I can pull from ideas later. But I mean, style wise, usually leans like country, definitely. Sometimes rock, But I mean, I love country music, and I mean, we're in Nashville, so it's hard not to, get influenced by it.
Right.
But I would say that, that would be my answer.
Over to you, Tom.
Over to me. I'm a
When
huge
an idea comes to me, I get my iPhone and I sing
Yeah.
into it, so I have the idea
Yeah.
there, or I'll
Absolutely.
hum the melody, but you
Yeah.
guys were all heavily influenced by 60s and 70s music, and
Definitely.
that there's some incredible music and work that went on in the 60s and 70s. And if you watch like the Midnight Special
Oh yeah.
and Kisses on, or
Yeah.
Helen Reddy, and just kind of just with the air, it's incredible how good they are live.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
That Gladys. Yeah, there's a Gladys Knight in the Pips
no
video.
backing tracks like there are today.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah, it was a
was-
time where you kind of had to be good.
was
That's why people
stellar.
got signed. Nowadays you can kind of be okay, and then you can get signed because they can make you better.
Yeah. Still gotta get that juice, that X factor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the
Right.
juice is the people that make it. The big stars.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. But it's just different. I just feel like it's a
It's
different
different,
industry now. Like
Definitely.
some people nowadays wouldn't have been good back then. Some people back then would have been good
And-
nowadays. But it's just an ever-changing industry. I think you just got to be authentic to yourself and
For sure.
figure out what you can do and not try to put yourself in your own box. It's what I've kind of been realizing through my ages and my journeys and my
27 years of life.
yeah, through my old age. Oh man. But yeah. I have that whole box set, Sue, of the Midnight Special. Me and my dad.
You're not
watched
walking
it.
with a cane yet, are you, John?
Not quite. I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to have some shoulder pain. I
Don
gotta
too.
sleep on like one side of the right bed now. Yeah.
And Don Kirshner's rock concert. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. I definitely
That
do.
was
Yeah.
on after the Midnight Special.
Oh, I'm seeing a
That was
question.
good. What
Yeah.
venues worldwide have you played as a band?
I feel like
That came from Doc.
Nice.
I feel like I can speak for people when I say that playing at the Ryman last year,
Oh yeah.
probably the peak of our career so far. I know we're gonna have more peaks, but we
Definitely.
got the opportunity to play some of our own original
Yes.
music at the Ryman, and it was hard not to cry on stage.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I definitely forcefully blacked it out of my brain because
Yeah.
I knew if I like paid attention on stage and like looked out, saw all my family and friends, be like,
Yeah.
I would have been a mess.
Yeah, and also watching the video back, I was like, how's it going to sound? Because like nervous singing is obviously a thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, we sound great. Like no one missed a beat. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We showed
we-
up.
Yeah.
We showed up. That was great. I liked it's weird because
What
you have
was
well, I was just say like it's funny because like my two favorite shows are that and like Your
I
Basement.
didn't catch that last part.
I was just saying like it's funny the shows that you remember, like you know the best
What
stage
is
in the
it
world
like
and then a basement.
before you go on stage?
You know, we give each other little kisses on the cheek and
What's
each
the
other luck.
excitement like before you,
No,
you go on stage at the Ryman?
I kind of I remember
I
there was
mean,
a lot,
you know,
a lot
is
of wait.
adrenaline running out your armpits or what?
Yeah,
For the Ryman, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Ryman,
absolutely.
definitely. Yeah.
and it was like, you know, since it's the Ryan, we show up like 6 hours early, so we're just walking the halls and like, you know, I don't even remember. I think backstage we were just kind of hanging out with Michael Lamardian, who played keys with us that day, which was so cool.
Yeah.
He helps produce all of our music, and it's just we call him Grandpa. He's a good guy.
It's
Mhm.
great.
That has to be a rush to do something like that, you know,
Definitely.
going from backyard barbecues to the Ryman Auditorium, 5-part harmony.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're a 6-piece band and 5-part harmony. So
Yep.
one guy's left out. He's just playing his instrument.
Mhm.
How
Well,
do
he's
you
using
okay for the harmony? So you have the
Mhm.
root note, you have the third, you have the fifth,
Mhm.
you do the octave. What's the other note that
That's a good question. I think sometimes we like to have certain harmonies start on the same note, and then one guy moves, but the other guy doesn't. So there's kind of a dissonance and a kind of suspension there. Other times we like to do rounds. Like we have a song Blossom Eyes that was pretty much the first time I ever heard Tom show me a song. He had written this verse, and then Dylan had helped with the chorus. And then at the end, we decided to like all, you know, sing different parts. And then when we brought the other two singers, they found ways to sing harmonies on the different parts. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we always try to utilize all 5, but sometimes it ends up just being the 3 of us.
those harmonies are so tight.
Thank you.
They're
Thanks.
just so good. Okay. Do amazing
Thank you.
Thanks.
harmonies. When I'm in my car and I hear Bohemian Rhapsody
Mhm.
I'm singing, and I add that 5th harmony in there, just spinning in his grave, going, "What note is that?" No, I mean, you know how you do that shit, man. It's like you're in. You guys are professionals. Yeah, I've been in the business a long time, but I've never been able to do the type of harmony like you all do. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate to that they're in their car driving and they're singing the song while they're on the highway or something, and they're singing a note that's not there, and it's no big deal. But yeah, that's me. My 5th harmony on some songs are like better left unsung.
Hey, if
Oh
it
my
makes you feel
God.
better, Sue, it happens to me
That
too. in
is
the car.
funny.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
It still happens to me.
Okay, so you a hug. Gee. And when you were back in the backyard, doing cover stuff, did you always have that harmony? Could you always hear different harmonies with the songs that you were doing?
I think that's one of the very first things that we really started to realize we were talented doing. Like some of our favorite covers that we play are songs that maybe don't even have harmony. It could be a pop song, but like one of our best covers that we play out around town is Halo by Beyonce. But we had this it's 3 or 4 or 5 part harmony on it, and suddenly it's this beautiful country folk song that it was. I think harmonies are our bread and butter. Like finding something that we can make even more gorgeous is our favorite thing in the world to do.
I look at it like a cheat code sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, this song's not very good. And then we'll like add like this crazy harmony. It's like, oh, I love it now.
Yeah.
It works.
Definitely.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah. It just works so well.
Mhm.
That's incredible. That is incredible. So y'all have 4 albums already that you self-produced, right?
That's correct.
And are they available to purchase?
Yeah, so if you would
all
like
4 albums?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have one that's coming, you're working on now.
Yeah, so all 4 albums, they're all available on SoundCloud. And if you would like to purchase them, you just go to our website and send us a message and ask about it. And we got piles and piles of CDs and flash drives with them, and we'll send it right over. But yeah, we're working on
great. Oh, okay.
some new stuff too. And yeah, slowly but surely we're releasing music on Fridays now for the next couple of months.
So who
some old. Oh, one more time.
Who would you say is within all 6 of you? Who was more the producer? The one that kind of wears that hat and let's EQ the drums a little differently. Who's that technical person that does the production? I mean, I know it's a joint thing, but who of all of you, who kind of wears the hat? Well, Dylan and Tom certainly have their hat. Who do you think? Who would you say is like the main producer of the stuff? This is crazy.
Well, yeah, I would say
we all lock up. Y'all's mouth are moving.
Oh, that's too much. Well, I'll just power through then. I'd say the first album that I ever made was Tom was the producer and did everything on that. Second one, me and him pretty much collaborated on that thing. That was like every day of our lives in college, man. And then the third and fourth, then we kind of, I don't know how much Dean's hands got on the second one, but our drummer Dean is also, so me, Tom, and Dean, we all went to school at Duquesne for music production. So we've all kind of had our hands on it since the get-go. But the new stuff, we kind of passed along our child to bigger and better and smarter hands. But yeah, those first 4 were pretty much, I'd say a nice mix of me, Tom, and Dean.
Right. I mean, and some other bands. So how do you like the way he's producing stuff? Like I worked with a producer and he's like, oh, well, let's do that. And I'm like, oh, no, let's not. It's like give and take. Sometimes it's a battle, when y'all
Definitely.
have produced your stuff already. So, he's producing your new album, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm. It's been great.
Anybody that's listening, you should see the faces on these guys. They're all like, "What?"
I think one of the reasons, we self-produced at first because
You were going to say something.
yeah, we were self-producing when we started because 3 of us got degrees in it, and I think we enjoyed we could work on our own timeline. We could add whatever instruments we wanted. It was like fun to goof around in the studio. And I think we were nervous. We've been nervous in the past handing that off to people, but I think when we found Michael, when we were introduced to him, he was so in love with our music immediately. We knew that we could trust him.
Yeah.
With anything we're doing. He appreciated the core of what we do, and he was only going to support it.
Yeah.
And we love everything that he's added to what we've already made. He's been a pleasure to work with.
Absolutely. And we still, have our fingers on it throughout the whole process, and definitely have the final kind of say of, well, we don't actually really like this instrument or this part. So, we still are in on it, but it's kind of like, I think we take a lot of things, inspiration from, the greatest band ever, the Beatles. And they always said, no decision was made unless there were 4 yeses. And I feel like that's kind of how we've been getting to now. Like, if all 6 of us aren't on board, we're going to sit down and kind of hash it out and make sure that we're all on board before we really move on. We're not going to like bulldoze past someone and be like, oh yeah, here's the song, by the way, that's released now. Everyone's going to understand what the plan is and the goal is and the expectations.
Yeah. Now, did he find you or did you find him?
We met him through a
Or
mutual
was
friend.
it kind of like a mutual thing with?
Yeah.
Oh,
we met him
that's
through-
even better.
Yeah. So
So y'all were in Nashville. He's in Nashville.
yeah, we got introduced to him and he heard our music and loved our sound. Thank God.
Look, my chair's going down now. I look like a midget.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we got connected with him.
Well, how
And
could you not? I mean, really,
amazing.
and that's what I love about it is, well, I love the harmonies, but I have been singing that song around the house since it was since
thank you.
Steen sent it to me. Well,
Thanks.
actually, somebody else sent it to me, but
I appreciate
yeah.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I'm putting on my makeup. I'm listening to it. I added the 6-part harmony to it.
There it is.
You guys should
Nice.
hear
Here
it,
we
man.
go.
And it really makes a difference. I
Oh,
am
I'm
so
sure.
kidding right now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, when do you think that the new album will be ready and be ready for release?
It'll be around the end of March. So we've been releasing. We released Comeback and
By the end of
this
March?
this yes ma'am, yep, at the end of March, and at the end of this Friday we're releasing a new song called My Eyes Are Set on Denver, which is one of the other songs that are on that album. So yeah, we're very excited. We're dropping those slowly, and we're excited to see what to get everybody all the songs.
Yeah. Excited for it.
Oh, that's cool. Have Dean send them to me in
Absolutely.
an MP3 format.
Well,
Okay. And we'll put them on the air.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
The thing, the cool thing about it is that Oh, you're more than welcome. We're happy to do that for you. Just because you do the interview and we've been playing your songs. After the interview, it's not like, okay, well, we'll pull November Blue at a radio.
Yeah.
It's like y'all stay in rotation, and if you have people, if we get requests at hamiltonradio.net, and there's just a little box in there, and they just fill out, I want to hear November Blue, and Come Back, or whatever
Yeah,
the song is. The more requests, of course, the more we're going to play it.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
just know that we don't take you out of rotation at all.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I think we can certainly, do that for you. So, and I would love to have you back, when your album comes out, so we
Absolutely.
can actually talk like sign language and all the shit that's going down right now. Anybody that's watching, I'm telling you what, we have restarted computers, we have changed browsers, we've done almost everything. So
This is the best it sounded, though.
this
So we're
comes
good.
out,
Yeah,
we're still
you're on a
going
roll.
with it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Okay, so John,
Yeah.
I think you're the lead player, right?
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tom, is John the lead player?
Yes.
It sure is.
I don't think
Okay.
she's getting her answers for another like 10
Okay,
seconds.
I've watched some of your video, I watched some of your, yeah, okay. We've got a definite answer there. He is that lead in Comeback and some of the other things that you have videos on YouTube. I'm like,
Yeah.
just lays right in the song there, and you hear a little bit of like a rock thing in there, but it's still clean. It's just so freaking cool. I love that. It was, I mean, other than the harmonies and the hook, I listened to that, to the lead parts, and I was like, that is so nice. I mean, some people just like overplay. How many notes
Yeah.
could
Oh, I know.
I get in like these 6 bars or 4 bars or whatever? But
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
I've
it's
definitely had my
very
share of that.
tasty,
Hmm.
very tasteful, John.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the solo for that.
And okay, so the 3 of you,
No, I was just gonna say
Tom and Dylan, you, right? And then Dean's the drummer,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Dean is singing harmony while he's playing,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It's awesome.
Oh yeah. I don't know how his motor
know?
skills function like that.
Yeah.
But
it's
you
pretty
have that
impressive.
camaraderie on stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, where'd I go?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I mean, we've been playing
Or
with
don't
each
you
other for about
practice
10
very
years.
often? You're just like in the studio working on stuff, or
Yeah, we try to practice once a
and you're
week, maybe
doing
twice a week.
gigs. So there you are. You're already
Mhm.
well rehearsed and doing stuff.
Definitely.
Well, when we moved to Nashville, we all moved into the same
You guys
house, so we were
have,
kinda
I
stuck
don't
to
know
each
if you
other.
can hear me at all.
Yeah.
Y'all have a gig coming up November 18th in Lidditz, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Correct.
We do.
And stuff happening in Lidditz. I recorded my album 9 miles away from Lidditz.
Oh, nice.
And I actually moved to the studio for like 3 years because,
Hmm.
yeah, I handpicked people for specific songs and I always had something going on. But, you know, the main tracks were laid down and, you know, we did like 13-hour days. I just flew people in from Cal. So, um, that's to Pennsylvania often.
Yeah, we try
Yeah.
to go to Pennsylvania about twice a year. Once in the summer, once during the winter, kind of fall time. Yeah, it's our home. I think PA will, at least for me, Pittsburgh will always be kind of my home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All of our hometown crowds are there.
Mhm.
There's nothing like going back to Pennsylvania and playing a show.
Oh, that's great.
Single person in the front row knows every word of every song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially after playing like on Broadway bars where it's yeah, they know Sweet Home Alabama, but they don't know much else.
How
Yeah.
cool is
Yeah.
How cool is that though? When everybody knows the words to the song and they're jamming along. I mean, you're doing your thing and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and and, and you have and you get that just makes, I don't know, but for me, it makes for a better experience on stage.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
right?
There's no greater feeling than having someone else sing your lyrics, you know, and supporting you and having fans. And I mean, that's kind of reassurance too of like, oh, like you're actually doing a good job, you know, because sometimes as, you know, musicians, you know, you hear like, oh, you guys are really good, you know, and stuff like that. But like you know, I think the big sign is like when people are bobbing their heads in the crowd singing along. I mean, that's the best feeling.
for sure.
Yeah. And we're always chasing that feeling because your relationship with an audience.
That is the best feeling.
Yeah. Like we know how to give the energy if the audience sometimes doesn't have it. You know, we're well rehearsed. We play Nashville all the time. We're playing for a lot of crowds who don't know us. But
Definitely.
when the audience does give that energy, when they do know the songs, when they're begging for this, you know, original song that maybe we haven't even played in 3 years, when they're giving us all of that good energy, we can only give them an even better show. We
The best
live
show, yeah.
for those audiences.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Do you ever throw in like a cover song once in a while just for the hell of it?
Yeah,
All
Yeah,
the time.
definitely.
all the time. Yeah, I'd say, you know, those are my favorite covers to do. Is the ones that, because it depends when you're playing like on Broadway and like a downtown bar in Nashville, you kind of are. You kind of have to play these certain covers, you know, stuff that people know. But when we get these original shows in Pittsburgh, it's like an hour and a half show, and you know we're probably playing 15 originals, and then we can fit in like 4 covers. Those 4 covers are always going to be the more fun ones and the more unexpected, kind of like Tom saying, like Halo, the Beyonce song.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
definitely.
last song you expect us to play. But when we do it, I always those kind of covers are always super fun, especially when
Sure.
you have an audience there who's there for us, not just
Yeah.
Yeah.
sing
Well,
along.
a lot of people too, like we'll put, you know, a bunch of covers on YouTube, and a lot of people are always like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was a cover," or "You guys do it your own way. Like, can you please do this live?" You know, which is kind of a good feeling too, because you know, even though someone else wrote it, it kind of feels like one of ours because you know a lot of people like it, and we love the song too.
Totally.
Yeah, there are some covers that I forget that we didn't write because we've really adopted them. There are songs. Yeah.
There are. Yeah, we did write them. What are you talking about?
I saw the video of you guys doing. I saw the video of you guys doing "The Wait" by
Yeah.
the band,
Yeah.
and you guys did it better than they did. I mean,
I don't know
because
about that.
of obviously because of the harmonies. It just
Oh, thank
sounded
you.
so good.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thank
So
you.
good.
I don't know if that-
Where you're, um venues and cities and towns that you have coming up.
Yeah, so we're gonna be in Lidditz, Lidditz, PA, at the Shirt Factory, and then we're headed to. Well, right before that, I'm sorry, we're gonna be in Deep Creek, Maryland, which is one of our favorite places to just be. We recorded our third album in a little house right down by the lake, in like a 4-day
Right.
period. So that was always a really special memory. And then after that, we're going to Brooklyn to do this fun little vinyl session, which will be really interesting. And I'm nervous and excited to see how that stuff turns out. I think that was the question.
Can
I
you
hope.
pick me up
It-
on the highway so like I can get in the tour bus and go with you guys? That would
Yeah.
be so cool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, I like 47. And you like to pick me up if you see me. You don't have to feed me or anything. Just pick me up because it's getting so cold here. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing
I
I'm
have
not
this
excited about is
big-
the weather going
you
up
know what? I got to
north
show you
to
this,
New York
man,
City specifically.
because I'm like I'm like Donnie and Marie combined. Okay, so I have a fan named Wendy Harrow, Harrow, and she made me a special hat,
Oh, nice.
and it is all blinged out.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Wow.
telling you, look at that. It is all blinged out. Isn't that cool? Look at the
That's
side
awesome.
of
Tell
that.
Wendy we need some now. The three of us.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's some cowboy hats too.
She makes them. So if you're ever looking for a specific customized hat,
Nice.
that you're not going to spend $800 or $1,000 for it. She can definitely do it. Again, her name is Wendy Harrow, Harrow,
Okay.
and she shows her stuff on. Let's see, I think it's Rockstar Clothing. But yeah,
Oh, nice.
so I had to show you my hat because like the rock and roll people that I do, they don't want to see my hat.
You should show everybody that hat. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys liking that hat. It is. It's like really blingy. I'm afraid to
Yeah.
wear it out of the house though. Somebody's gonna go, what the hell is she up to? Okay, so let's go over this. People that, oh my God, people that are listening to this on the radio, people that are watching this crazy video that we had no idea we were going to end up with so much trouble. To get more information about November Blue, go to November Blue home, and your music is on. Let me see if I have these covered. Facebook, Instagram, of course, at your November Blue, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, and Twitter. Did I miss anything?
No.
I think you got him.
No,
That
yeah.
counts.
And live,
Yeah, just look us up.
And live. That's right.
Yeah.
live
live.
from Pennsylvania. November Blue.
That's right.
I am really, I am like, I feel so bad that we had this bad connection tonight. I've
It's all right.
interviewed people
All
in
good.
Switzerland and California and Florida, just all over, and I apologize for what's happened tonight.
Hey,
Oh,
So
it's good.
tell
out of your
me a
control.
band story, because like we all have stories about, yeah. Tell me a band story about, when the van broke down or something interesting.
Yeah. So our band has a bad track record with poker and card games, I would say. Sometimes that's when our band's gonna break up. It's not over like songs or music or
Yeah.
girls
Dylan's
or drugs. It's
losing
about
it.
freaking poker. And we don't even play for money either. We just play for pride. But
Yeah.
the first time we played in Nashville, a fight broke out, which ended up destroying our window curtain.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was fun. And then I think the last time we played was on the road, and again another fight broke out. This one was a little worse than a broken window curtain.
It was. Yes.
This one hurt some feelings in some hearts. So yeah, if you're with us, don't play poker.
Yeah,
tell
don't
us
play
to
poker.
That's fair.
That's what I'll say about that.
Okay, I'll bring pennies if you pick me
There you
up
go.
on
That would be a
80
little better.
and play poker.
That's right.
I've got a hell of a poker face.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Oh my God. I want to thank you guys for sharing your story. Dylan, something I've been wanting to ask you, how
Yeah.
long has it taken you to grow your beard?
That's a great question. I usually
it looks like you could just like squeeze your face and the hair would grow.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of about right. I mean, I've not used like a razor to my face in it's probably been 2 years because we had a Halloween show, and I went as Walter White, so I had to shave like this down and I had to like do a goatee. It's probably the last time I actually like shaved my face, and then I shaved all of it off after. I was like, screw it.
That was
You know?
3 years ago.
Oh, that's 3 years
That was
ago.
3
Yeah.
years
Wow.
ago.
Jeez. Yeah. So, I mean, I usually will grow it out and then I have a barber that'll shape it. And then when I kind of want it to get a little longer, I'll do it myself. But yeah, I mean, I've had a beard for a while now. I've actually been thinking about cutting it off, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I always regret it after I do it.
Seeing your beard. No, when you eat, you probably get some food in your beard. Do you save that for? Oh my God! I told you. I told you guys it was gonna be wild.
Yeah.
It was gonna be wild. We're just getting down to the last kind of 2 minutes, and John, you have facial hair, and
Yes, I
Tom,
do.
you do,
A little bit.
and I guess maybe does that help make you sing harmony better? Because I'm shaving
It does.
tomorrow for sure if it does.
It does. It definitely does. I think that's what gives us our powers.
It
does.
does? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
The hairier
I'll
the
take a video.
better we perform.
I'll take a video when I look like Dylan.
Well,
Yes.
Look for the redhead on 80 with a beard. I could be the bearded lady. I could open up for you guys.
True.
yeah, you could.
I just I just want to thank you guys so
Of course.
much.
No, thank you.
For problems we've had tonight.
Oh,
Hey, it's all right. We'll be back on next time.
When you
Yeah.
release,
Yep.
We'll be here.
when you release your new album, please let
That's right.
me know. I would
Yeah,
definitely
me
love
too.
to have you back on.
Absolutely.
Okay, that'll be cool. Let's keep in touch. If
Absolutely.
there's anything that I'm familiar with, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Awesome.
So I want
Thank
to
you.
thank Firebird Sounds LLC for sponsoring the show tonight. I want to thank Doc G for trying to figure out what the heck's been going on all night. And I especially want to thank, I think we have had a good time. And
Yeah, absolutely.
that's it. We're out. Good night.